Hey guys, Nicole Dyer with Lonebird Studio here, and I'm just playing around with the DecoArt Media Sprays and seeing what I think about them. Here I'm just spraying the inks through a stencil onto a tag, and these are the shimmer sprays, or at least that particular color. I think that color is called magenta. And that's actually the reverse print from the stencil. And I thought they both turned out pretty good. Sorry about the glare there. My lights just glare right off those tags and that craft mat. And here I'm just taking some water to see if the sprays smudge at all. But I figured I should probably dry it just a little bit more. That seems pretty good, I think. And just taking a wet brush and just rubbing it across that ink. And overall, I don't think the ink moved much at all. It did a little bit. You can see in some spots it kind of tinged it a pink color, but really it didn't move much at all. And then I thought, well, I'll add the other color. So this is orange, I think it said, and this is not a shimmer color, it's just the flat. And I didn't quite want to spray there for a minute. And I noticed these sprays, they're kind of splotchy when you spray them. I don't know if it's user error or if it's the actual product. But I liked that pool off the stencil there. Just getting the excess off my stencil. And that looks terrible. Ugh. Not a fan of that one. So I decided to flip it over and use the other side. And I just took a wet brush and I'm dipping it in the ink that's on my craft mat and using it almost like watercolor. And I thought, well, I should try it with the magenta. Cleaning out my brush before I dip it in the other color. Kind of a neat little, reminds me almost like a sunrise or a sunset. And I'm drying the tag. And I wanted to see how you could write. And it turned out blobby at the beginning. So basically then I tap some of it off before I start writing with it. I guess you'd call that the sprayer stick or something. And I wanted to see how splatters worked and how opaque that orange was on top of the other colors. And I thought it turned out pretty good. And just drying this, and this one took a while because of how thick I had the magenta on there. I think I start blotting it. Yeah, I'm just impatient. Then I wanted to go over it with matte medium to see how it reacted, and it really didn't move at all, so that's great. I'm just making sure this tag's dry before I add some water to it and move that around. And again, it really did not move the spray ink at all. This is my junk journal. I thought I'd play a little bit in it, and I'm just adding some gesso to the pages. Putting my deli paper under there so I don't get it on my pages underneath. And I had added a tag there on that page because on the other side, whatever page I had done, I poked a hole in it. So that was kind of my easy fix. I just put a tag over it. I think I glued it down with some gel medium. And here I just added the spray ink to some leftover gesso that I had, just to see what it did. It's nothing special, but just neat to try. And here I'm just going to dry it a bit. Alright, so I found a stencil, and I can't tell you what stencil this is. It's Crafter's Workshop. And I'm just deciding what way I want to put it. Which way, I'm sorry. And then I'm taking some light modeling paste and just applying it with the spatula through the stencil. Or palette knife. Make sure you clean off your stencil really well after you use that modeling paste, because it'll ruin your stencil for sure. And I'm just drying the paste up. And then I forgot to move the camera out, but I'm spraying the ink on the page, and I'm just smudging it around with a baby wipe just to see how it moves on the gessoed page. And I think it's pretty cool. I even like some of the little splatters that it left behind. I'm not sure what I did there. Maybe just added some more splatters, I think, to the other page. Making sure that modeling paste is really dry. And I don't think it was thoroughly dry by the time I did this either. But like I said, I'm an impatient person. So I sprayed the orange spray over that. And I just wanted to see how it wiped off the modeling paste. And it did okay. I wished it came off a little better, but I still liked the result. And you can see where I'm wiping away some of the modeling paste because it's not quite dry. And I'm just adding some of the teal golden fluid acrylic paint, just smudging it around with my finger. Adding some around the tag just to tie it into the page. And this, I believe, is a Julie Fei-Fan Balzer stencil from Crafter's Workshop. And I wanted to see how that orange stood out over that teal, and it was pretty opaque. I thought it looked pretty good. Again, just adding some more of the flowers. And I don't mind that it isn't a complete image. I kind of like it fragmented like that. Makes it look kind of worn. I got a little blob there. Again, sometimes when I sprayed, I felt like it wasn't a consistent spray. And that was probably my biggest complaint, was the spray. But again, I don't know if that's user error or if it is the product. So I wanted to play some more with the opaqueness of the sprays, and I'm taking, I believe it's Payne's Gray Golden Fluid acrylic paint, and I'm just going to paint the tag. And I'll dry that up a bit. And I'm taking a stencil and I'm going to spray the orange through the stencil again to check the opaqueness. And I thought that was pretty opaque. I was pretty surprised. So then I wanted to play with dripping the sprays, and this is that sheer magenta. Or shimmer, I'm sorry. And I'm just spraying it with some water, just dripping around on different tags. After playing with the DecoArt Media Sprays, I thought they were very permanent, which I love. I love their opacity. The spray was probably my only complaint, but I can live with it. So I would highly recommend these, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can find more of my videos on YouTube under Lonebird Studio. Thanks, and have a great day, guys.